The dark legacy of Claudius and Mesalina. Claudius, a Roman emperor who rose to power in 41 AD, ruled with a mix of cunning and vulnerability. His tenure was marked by significant administrative and political reforms that left a lasting mark on the Roman Empire, transforming its internal structure and strengthening its position on the world stage. The Roman Empire in the 1st century AD was in a phase of expansion and consolidation. Politics, culture, and economy were constantly evolving. Claudius inherited a vast and diverse empire, plagued by internal and external challenges, requiring skillful administration and strategic decisions. Claudius came to power after the death of his nephew Caligula, at a time of chaos and confusion. His rise was unexpected, as many underestimated him due to his apparent physical weaknesses and lack of military experience. However, Claudius proved to be a shrewd and capable leader. Mesalina, Claudius's third wife, had considerable influence at court. Her ambition and scandalous behavior generated controversy and tension. However, her presence at court also allowed Claudius to consolidate his power by handling palace intrigues more skillfully and establishing strategic alliances. During his reign, Claudius implemented important administrative reforms. He reorganized the bureaucratic system, improving the efficiency of government and strengthening control over the provinces. These reforms not only streamlined the administration of the empire, but also laid the groundwork for more effective management of resources and territorial expansion. During Claudius's reign, military policies focused on the consolidation and expansion of the Roman Empire. They prioritized the fortification of borders and the integration of conquered territories. These policies ensured the stability and growth of the empire, highlighting the emperor's military efficiency and leadership. Mesalina, wife of Claudius, had a significant influence at the imperial court. Her ambition and power led her to manipulate high officials and make crucial decisions. Her presence at court generated both alliances and enmities, deeply marking the internal politics of the empire during Claudius's reign. Claudius implemented crucial administrative reforms to improve the efficiency of government. He centralized power and reorganized the bureaucracy, allowing for more effective management of resources and territories. These reforms laid the groundwork for a more structured and professional government in the Roman Empire. Claudius's social policies were characterized by their focus on inclusion and justice. He promoted equal rights among citizens and took steps to protect the most vulnerable. His government sought to improve living conditions and ensure social stability in a diverse and vast empire. Mesalina played a fundamental role in the politics of the empire, using her influence to favor allies and eliminate adversaries. Her cunning and ambition made her a powerful and feared figure at court. Her intervention in political affairs left an indelible mark on Claudius's government. At Claudius's court, intrigues and conspiracies were common. Numerous courtiers and senators sought to gain influence and power, creating an atmosphere of mistrust. Political machinations often resulted in betrayals and executions, affecting both allies and enemies of the emperor. Claudius' relationship with the Senate was complex and fluctuating. Although he sought to maintain harmonious cooperation, his dependence on freedmen and his distrust of some senators generated tensions. This unstable balance marked his government and affected the political stability of the empire. Claudius implemented significant reforms to the Roman judicial system, seeking greater fairness and efficiency. He introduced changes to legal procedure and established new courts to deal with specific cases. These measures improved access to justice and strengthened imperial authority in legal matters. Claudius's economic policy focused on stabilizing the empire's finances and encouraging growth. He reduced taxes and promoted trade, as well as investing in infrastructure. These policies contributed to a more robust economy and a better quality of life for Roman citizens. The administration of the provinces under Claudius was characterized by more direct and efficient control. He appointed loyal and capable governors and closely supervised their activities. This improved management allowed for greater integration of the provinces into the empire and for more fair and effective administration. Claudius's personal life was marked by a series of marriages and complex relationships. He married 4 times, with his third wife, Mesalina, being the most infamous. Despite his status as emperor, Claudius often found himself manipulated by those around him, especially his wives and freedmen. Mesalina, known for her ambition and promiscuity, wielded great influence at court. She used her position to enrich herself and eliminate her political enemies. Her scandalous behavior and intrigues contributed to an atmosphere of distrust and conspiracy in the imperial palace during Claudius's reign. Intrigues and conspiracies at court were a constant during Claudius's reign. His administration was plagued by betrayals and plots, some of which were instigated by Mesalina herself. These intrigues not only threatened his power, but also endangered the stability of the Roman Empire. Mesalina's downfall was inevitable due to her excesses and betrayals. Claudius, finally aware of his wife's actions, sentenced her to death in AD 48. Her execution marked a turning point in Claudius's rule, freeing him from a pernicious influence but also leaving him vulnerable to further conspiracies. The impact of Mesalina's fall on Claudius was significant. Although freed from her influence, the loss of his wife created a void in his personal and political life. From then on, Claudius became more cautious and distrustful, attempting to strengthen his position and avoid falling victim to further betrayals at the imperial court. The fall of Mesalina had a profound impact on Claudius, both personally and politically. The betrayal of his favorite wife plunged him into deep sadness, but it also led him to make more cautious decisions in his government, distrusting those around him and reinforcing his authority. Religious reforms under Claudius reflected his interest in consolidating imperial power through religion. He re-established certain cults and honored ancient Roman deities, thus seeking to unify the people and strengthen public morality, which also gave him legitimacy and popular support. Claudius showed a great appreciation for Roman culture and promoted education and the arts. He encouraged the construction of libraries and supported writers and scholars, contributing to a cultural renaissance that further solidified Roman traditions and enriched the intellectual life of the empire. Claudius's citizenship policy was inclusive, allowing many provincials to obtain Roman citizenship. This measure not only fostered loyalty to Rome, but also integrated diverse cultures into the empire, strengthening social cohesion and broadening the emperor's base of support. Claudius consolidated his power through a series of carefully planned strategies. He reformed the administration, strengthened the borders, and established key political alliances. These actions not only secured his position as emperor, but also contributed to the stability and prosperity of the Roman Empire during his reign. Claudius showed great interest in building infrastructure, especially bridges and aqueducts. His commitment to these works allowed for a better distribution of resources and strengthened the connectivity of the empire. These infrastructures not only improved the quality of life, but also consolidated his authority. Claudius's reputation as emperor is complex and often contradictory. While some saw him as an effective leader, others considered him weak and easily influenced. However, his administrative reforms and infrastructure achievements show a ruler who was aware of the needs of his empire. The military campaigns in Britain were a milestone in Claudius's rule. These expeditions not only expanded the empire's borders, but also demonstrated his strategic ability. The conquest of Britain consolidated his power and marked one of the greatest military achievements of his reign. Claudius played a crucial role in the expansion of Roman law, adapting it to the new realities of the empire. He implemented reforms that modernized the legal system and ensured a fairer administration. These actions not only benefited Rome, but also left a lasting legacy in jurisprudence. Claudius's succession was a delicate and intriguing issue. After his death, Nero, his adopted son, ascended the throne. This event marked the beginning of a new era, but also highlighted the tensions and challenges in ensuring a peaceful and stable transition of imperial power. Claudius implemented a monetary policy that sought to stabilize the economy of the Roman Empire. Under his rule, new coins were issued, improving circulation and public confidence in the financial system. These measures helped consolidate the economy and finance large infrastructure projects and territorial expansion. Clemency was a notable feature of Claudius's rule. Unlike other emperors, he chose to pardon many of his political opponents. This policy not only allowed him to reduce the number of his enemies, but also to gain the respect and loyalty of his subjects, thus strengthening his power. Freedmen played a crucial role in Claudius's government. Coming from the freed slave class, many of them held high responsible positions. Their influence was reflected in efficient administration and the implementation of innovative reforms, although it also generated criticism and discontent among the aristocracy. During his reign, Claudius carefully managed censorship and freedom of expression. Although he allowed some freedom for constructive criticism, he did not hesitate to harshly repress conspiracies and voices that threatened the stability of the empire. This dualism helped maintain order and consolidate his authority. Claudius's family life was marked by complex and often conflictual relationships. His children, the fruit of several marriages, played important roles in imperial politics. However, intrigues and betrayals within his inner circle complicated his efforts to maintain harmony and stability in his most intimate environment. Claudius's relationship with other emperors was complex. He admired and learned from Augustus, while his relationship with Caligula, his predecessor and nephew, was strained. His unexpected rise to power after Caligula's assassination marked a break with the tyrannical practices of his predecessor. Claudius left behind numerous writings and decrees that reflect his administrative approach. Despite his stammer and shyness, these documents demonstrate his intelligence and ability to govern. His edicts ranged from Roman citizenship to infrastructure management, underscoring his dedication to the well-being of the empire. Historians such as Suetonius and Tacitus have offered varying opinions on Claudius. While some describe him as an effective and reformist ruler, others see him as weak and easily manipulated. However, his ability to maintain stability in turbulent times is undeniable, proving his worth as a leader. Claudius's legacy in the Roman Empire is significant. His administrative and judicial reforms, along with territorial expansion, consolidated the structure of the empire. His pragmatic approach and inclusive policies laid the groundwork for future emperors and contributed to the longevity of the Roman Empire. What do you think about the rule of Claudius and Mesalina? Their actions and decisions have left an indelible mark on Roman history. We'd love to hear your perspective on their impact on the empire. Leave us your comments and join the conversation about this fascinating period in history.